Welcome. Today I'm going to tell you about the Infinity Saga. The Infinity Saga is the name given to a recompilation of 23 films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that tell us about the history of a team of superheroes known as the Avengers. These saga are divided in three phases. Each phase tells us about some part of the story of the Avengers, and each movie are connected by but one, but most of them are most important or more relevant than other ones. The phase 1 is the recompilation of 6 movies that it has Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America and Avengers. This phase starts in 2008 and ends in 2012. The first movie is Iron Man, that is released in 2008. This movie tells the story of Tony Stark and how he builds this powerful armor that is Iron Man. The Incredible Hulk, released in 2008 too, tells about the story of Bruce Banner and how gamma radiation turns him in the Hulk. The third movie is Iron Man 2 and is released in 2010, and in this movie Tony Stark is dying and he needs to find a cure for him. The next movie is Thor that is released in 2011, and in this movie her father Odin moves Thor to the earth to teach him a great lesson of life. The next movie is Captain America, the First Avenger, released in 2011, and it focuses on the early days of Marvel Universe, when Steve Rogers volunteers to participate in an experimental program that turns him into the super soldier known as Captain America. The last movie of this phase is The Avengers, that is released in 2012. And in this movie, we can see that superhero team up with Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Hawkeye, and Black Widow. And his leader, Nick Fury, assembled them to fight the enemies of the world. Now, the phase 2 is the other compilation of 6 movies that tells other stories about Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and the new story of Avengers, but also includes new superheroes that is Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man. Iron Man 3 is released in 2003, and this story tells about how Tony Stark needs to manage the events that happen in the Avengers. Thor the Dark World is released in 2013 and it tells about the story of Thor facing a new enemy and finding the Reality Stone. The next movie is Captain America the Winter Soldier, released in 2014, and in this movie Captain America finds again his old friend Bucky. Guardians of the Galaxy is released in 2014, and in this movie there's a new team who are Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, and Groot. In Avengers Age of Ultron, released in 2015, we can see how Tony Stark builds a new armor that is called Ultron, but it has a terrible plans, so the Avengers need to stop him. In Ant-Man, released in 2015, we can see the story of a new superhero that has the ability to shrink in scale but increase also in strength. The last phase of this cinematic universe is the phase 3, that it has 10 movies about some other stories and introducing new superheroes like Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, and the Wasp. In Captain America Civil War, that is released in 2016, we can see how the government pressured the Avengers to take a decision, and its decision starts to divide the team. In Doctor Strange, released in 2016, we can see the history of Doctor Stephen Strange and how it turns as the most powerful sorcerer of existence. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is the history of a new enemy that Peter Quill has to face with the team, that because he's treating the universe. In Spider-Man Homecoming, we can see a story of Peter Parker and how Tony Stark helped him to trust in him and his powerful abilities. Thor Ragnarok is one of my most favorite movies because in this we can see how Thor lost his hammer and he needs to manage his power by himself. Black Panther is released in 2018 and it tells the story of T'Challa and his kingdom placed on the advanced technological African nation of Wakanda. Avengers Infinity War is released in 2018 and this movie introduced the biggest threat that Avengers has faced, that is Thanos. Thanos wants to collect all the 6 Infinity Stones to eliminate all the 50% of the creatures of the universe, and in this way Avengers needs to stop it. Moving forward, we have the second story of Ant-Man that is joined together with her wife, the Wasp. And also, we have the Captain Marvel movie that is one of the most important superheroes and powerful superheroes that are helping also the Avengers in the next adventure. The final movie is Avengers Endgame, released in 2019. For me, this movie is the most incredible of all because it joined together all the superheroes of all movies to defeat Thanos. Avengers Infinity War, Thanos achieves to eliminate the 50% of the creatures of all universe. So in that case, the Avengers wants to come back all the people and all the creatures of the world, and in that case, they need to team up again, assemble all the superheroes to defeat together to Thanos. Finally, we have the Marvel Cinematic Universe complete, and these movies can be watched in a specific order, starting with Captain America the First Avenger and ending with Avengers Endgame. If you want to see these movies, uh, remember to wait to the end of all the movie to see some post-credit scenes.